And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Shining Force. I'm your host, the RPG guy. Let's take a look here. So, I wanted to show you some stuff here, really quick, with regards to leveling and stuff. So, characters are relatively close to each other. You know, Gort's doing okay. Obviously, I'm giving more edge to Luke, just because I'm giving him better gear. That doesn't necessarily make him better. But he's at least 3 to 4 damage higher than Gort. If you take the fact that he's using the heat axe out, and the agility of the ring makes their agility the same. So, Luke's starting to pull away from Gort, though Gort is 1 level behind. One thing I will point out is that I noticed something interesting, and I'll explain a little bit, whereas we have Arthur at 42 and 18 with a 21 agility, and look at that, he's learned Bolt, which is pretty beastly for a level 1 spell, making him a little bit more versatile. Now, May I took out earlier, and, you know, she's at 32, 25, 25. But let me show you who I took her out for. We took her out in place of Blue. I don't need to say anything else. Blue is a beast if you invest the time into him, which we did. And he flies. The question for a lot of people was Lyle and Hans. Now, Lyle has been, you know, now that he's a sniper knight or whatever it's called, just to clarify something, his stat gains have not been dramatic. It's just been a lot of stat gains because he had to gain, he still came in at level 8, I think, so he had to go from 8 to 15, so that's 7 plus 10, so he leveled up 17 levels. And that's his growth for that. Now, we're going to look at Hans really quick, and I'm going to point something out. Hans' levels were pretty bad. He didn't get anything good until he hit level 10. And then he got like a defense 5 and an attack 3. And I want to say this is around the time Hans starts doing better. Like, he starts to pull away slowly. But you'll notice that they're mostly the same statistically, except that Lyle's attack is 40-something. 41 versus Hans 36, which is kind of 34. So that's a 9-point difference. So yeah, right now, Lyle is hitting harder than Hans. So just to clarify, like I said, if Hans gets some really good levels that puts him on par with Lyle offensively, he tends to me, he tends to be the better option because he's not restricted by terrain. The same kind of terrain that holds Lyle back. Excluding hills, because he's still in deserts. But he still gets great movement in the forests and stuff. So that makes me want to, you know, use him in some of my playthroughs. But again, it really depends. And to answer a question from my observations, somebody mentioned to me, I think in one of the videos where it's like, oh, the levels are random, and it's like, no, they're not. They are and they aren't. It depends on your interpretation of random. From what I've heard about people who've looked at the source code to this game, is that the levels and stats are actually predetermined. And what I think people mean by that is that if you were to take all of these characters to level 99, they would all most likely end with the same stats, no matter what. Again, this is theoretical, because I don't know anybody who's actually gone through the trouble of leveling all the characters to 99, even with using a game genie or, cheating or something. Which, if you're trying to do it just to find out raw numbers, go for it. I don't see a problem with that. The problem I kind of have with it is that people aren't considering now anyway, what people who have gone through that ridiculous amount of whatever to do that in some of the other Shining games, I don't know if they've done it with Shining, no, it has been done with Shining Force 1, where they've taken characters to 99, is that they've done it once and then said these are the best characters. Well, here's what my theory is based on the way that they show the code and the way that I've had the code explained to me by various people, whether they're from Shining Force Central or they're from, Reddit and stuff like that, where you read about some of this stuff. I will say what I've read that I find interesting, that seems to be consistency, is that the levels that a character gets. Let's say your character levels up and gets 3 agility, and that's all they get. Hans. That character was guaranteed that stat level at some point, of that stat gain of 3 agility. It was random when it was distributed to the character. So the question is where do you go with that? Well, if characters do actually get stat bonuses all the way from level blah blah blah, to level 99, then it begs the question, if you can keep getting stat levels that long, and even if the stat bonuses are minimal, right, then it might lead to the idea that those characters have always had access to those spells. So I'm confusing the discussion while trying to play the game at the same time. Like I said, I don't care about the enemies anymore because we're not trying to grind levels. Anyway, let me find a better way to explain this. It has a lot to do with that. Let's say your character could only level twice, right? Or could only level to 20. That's not how the game works, but I'm just trying to explain this theory. There's only 20 levels he can get, which means there's 20 stat gains, right? The way that this sounds like the game was programmed was that there's only these 20 levels of stats that a character can get. So in this case, you could say 99 levels. Now, the other thing that's interesting is many people have attested to getting specific stat gains between various levels. So, like, some people have said, oh, well, like Hans has gotten this big, huge agility bonus between the levels of, like, level 1 and level 10. Eventually, you get that +3, or I think it was even like a +5 or 4 to agility. It was something ridiculous that made people go, oh my god, that's a huge bonus. And yeah, every time I've sat down and played Shining Force, I've noticed Hans get a huge agility bonus before he gets to level like 8. So I can understand where some people out there, they talk about that. They talk about that difference. Again, it's something that if people are really curious, should look into. I don't really care that much. It's just because mainly what I care about is mostly through just visual observation. I'm not looking into it much further than that. So for me, it's just whatever. Okay, moving on. I've got more important things to worry about. But it would be interesting if that were true. It would be, because then the levels are not necessarily 100% random. The only thing that's random is when you're distributed the level. So that's why running a test at level 20 promoted and before promotion and after promotion is kind of valid, because then you're looking to see how often do the characters get good stats distributed to them versus getting kind of crummier stats distributed to them. And that, I think, will carry the most weight when in the long run. So it's an observation. It's something I'm curious about. Again, people will sit there. I like how people will say, well, the levels are random, and it's like, yeah, but you're not defining what you mean by random. So you saying that doesn't mean anything, because the stats you get, I don't believe, are actually random as far as what stats are out there. I think personally that the stats that are distributed to you when you get them are semi-random. Because like I said, like clockwork, Arthur starts getting really good stat bonuses after he's promoted at around level 5 and 6. Maybe even 7. And that's consistent even if I don't promote him at level 15. If I promote him sooner than that, let's say I promote him at level 10, still, like clockwork, by level 5, his stat gains start looking really good. And I start having questions. And again, this is just, it's an interesting observation. I'm not going to sit here and say this is fact. I don't think enough stuff has been done to confirm or to discredit any of it. So it's kind of the reason I started the grinding study, like getting characters to very high levels and then testing what their performance is once they get to the said levels. That's kind of the reason I did that, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll be interesting. I need to make myself do another study soon, and see how different the levels are, and that way we can have more discussions about it. But I still don't think I'm going to get an answer just doing it a second time. Now that's where the halberd was, and instead we get a healing seed, which is kind of funny. Okay, so Kane just went. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to clear out his buddies, because they could be just as dangerous in a way as Kane if they all start ganging up on you. And the healer needs to go. That's a big gibtastic voyage we want to go on. So we're going to go for ranged to take out the priest. Guns, you're sacrificing your life for me. Because Kane can seriously do some damage to your party if you're not prepared. And we're not sending Gong up there right now myself, to be honest with you. Gort, Kingu, and do that. That'll keep Kane blocked inside the little area there, making him a little less threatening. Oh, nice defensive bonus. That makes a defensive bonus of 5. Luke can't get in there, so let's at least block Kane from getting out. Well, that's interesting. I should kill the Dullahan. Oh, wait, he's undead, though, isn't he? He's fire. Oh, no, I guess it got him. Dullahan. Okay. This'll do 2 damage? 1 damage. Because Gort's a walking freaking wall of death. Alright. Can't reach, but I would want her up there. Because she's got ice level 4 now, so meaning that she can single target and just devastate an enemy. Not necessarily a boss, though, but it's the best thing they have against a boss. Because the bosses still seem to be very resistant to physical damage, or magic damage, no matter what boss it is, to be fair. Ouch. This Dullahan is gone. That means we can surround Kane. Ah, oh, damn it. Gort, you had one job. You had one job. There we go. Now, Arthur is vulnerable to Kane, but may as well get him up there to do some damage. Of all the enemy characters that he's going to do a lot of damage to, Arthur is one of them. You know what? Xylo hasn't had a turn to attack him, I don't think, yet. His magic's not going to do it, so we may as well boost someone's offense. Who will put the hurt blocker on him. There, now Kane is blocked in. I guess I should have put it on Luke. Boom! Oh, yeah. Oh! Get wrecked! 26, and Kane is down. And Xylo levels to 11. Ah, my mask is breaking! Where am I? David Bowie! I remember now. Dark Soul masked my face to control me. What have I done? You even made me fight you. Forgive me, Max. It seems that Dark Soul is behind all the evil afoot. Stop him, and it all ends. In any case, let's take another look at this village. Check the shrine again. Alright, so we'll check the shrine. Door will open only for 2 heroes. Please, Max, come with me to the door. We must stop Dark Soul at any cost. I want revenge for what he has done to me. We must keep that manual from him. Two heroes, I have waited long for such as you. God damn it. Kane, feeling more like yourself now, are you? This is the end, Dark Soul. Max, get out now. You'll only be destroyed if you stay. I can't let Max go. Now that I have what I wanted, I have no further need for him. For you see, dear friends, I have both the key and the manual. Dark Dragon will soon be free again. Go, Max, run. I'll deal with Dark Soul. But I've dealt with you. Tell me what about Kane? Don't you know what's crying shame when he died? Oh, what about Kane? So that ends that, don't it? I don't think anybody died, which is, you know, so many people are like, what? He didn't die. Nobody died? I don't think anybody died in our last battle. Again, that Kane fight can be rough for a lot of people if you're under-leveled. And you could say easily that I'm over-leveled. But like I said, we're not going to be grinding that much anymore. So keep that in mind. The grinding sessions are going to almost come to a halt. And I say almost because there might be one little area we want to work on a bit more, but for the most part, it's relatively done. One thing I do want to do, though, if possible, is we need to sell off a staff that we're sitting on. And that staff is here. She has the holy staff, so... Alright, let's move. Because we're not out of this yet. Because the thing I was telling you that I hate about Lyle... Wait a minute, it didn't happen. Hold on. I gotta come back over here. Yeah. Alright, so let's go up here. I checked the old records and read something interesting. Do you want to hear about it? Listen, the manual of the seal holds the key to awakening Dark Dragon. He must never awaken. Sacred Dragon must be kept the manual from his hands. Also, there's something here about a sword called the Chaos Breaker. It says that when the sword is used at the westernmost point of the land, the castle of the ancients will rise from the depths of the sea. Whatever all that means. Did you get the manual? No. Dark Soul has it. Oh my. This is bad. Very bad. He can use it to awaken Dark Dragon. I believe we got to talk to her sister as well. Before we actually get to move along here. Wait, it's this door. Dang it. I think you should go to prompt first. It's south of here. But be careful, there are lots of monsters out there. Okay, I don't think we needed to talk to her now. Anywho, let us move. And I'm gonna, again, that thing I was kind of complaining about that Lyle sucks at doing, where you're about to witness it in real time. Well, Max, we meet once more. For the last time, I fear is you will die here. My minions shall take care of you, but if they fail, I await you in Demon Castle. So, really quick, and I'm going to show this to you for the cheap seats. We got to walk through this with centaurs. Hence why I don't want more than one knight. And sometimes it makes Hans a little better, because he can actually get up there in these fights. And these are the fights that are really the most annoying. I mean, to be fair, like, the indoor battles aren't that obnoxious anyway, because everybody can move pretty well. So it's these battles that drive me nuts, which I'm glad they corrected in later Shining games where they don't have this kind of freaking movement availability, because damn is it annoying. It's the worst. This is also a battle where one could say Balbury and Amon are a great addition. Kokichi, if you had a couple of flyers, this battle goes by pretty quick if you don't mind not killing the rest of the enemies, and you just go straight for the commanding monster here. But again, do you want to miss out on that delicious XP? Usually, though, the best strategy I can give for these battles where you're slowly moving through these terrains is to do what we kind of did at the laser eye battle and just plow through. Like, everybody takes pot shots on an enemy that is where they end up stopping. So, like, Lyle couldn't go any further. He'd shoot at whatever he can. Characters who are right next to that enemy will actually keep moving and may not even attack that enemy. As you'll see here. And just try to get them to move. We also need to get them to spread out because we have a jackhole gargoyle dude here, which is called the Belial, that has bolt magic, and that's going to ruin my day. And you notice that Domingo cannot fly over mountains. So he's not, I don't really consider him flying as much as I consider him hovering or floating. And that solves our gargoyle problem. What? What? It's not overkill, it's just kill. Let's start gridding up the characters here if we can, or at least getting them further away from the enemies. Until the Belials are put in check, they're still they're a pretty big threat. We're hoping Blue can handle them to some degree. We'll see what they do. I had a feeling it was going to go for a grouping. Luckily, it's on a character that has a lot of HP. Two of them that have lots of HP, so not a big deal. But now that leaves him open for us to go after. Probably should have kept moving him forward, but whatever. Nice. Oh no. These guys might hit kind of hard. Or not. Yeah, we're going to get Gunts right in that crack there between all of them as far as I'm concerned. As long as there's no caster there, I could care less. So I think we got to kill the Bow Knight at the very bottom of the map there. No more golem. This bow rider. Boom! And you notice that the new enemy gave only 4 XP to our character, which to me means that level 10 is pretty high. We probably didn't need to level characters this high. We probably could have leveled them to 8, but it doesn't really matter. We got full credit for the Belial though, so we're not too far off. Just because it gets rid of enemies, it gets enemies out of our way. Some of you might say this is overkill, but because there's no real there's no threat in this fight to us, it doesn't make sense to be hyper conservative with our MP for Henri at the moment. And Gong's not going to get any XP in this fight, probably. Let's get Gunts and Xylo out there to start cleaning house. Because as you can see, the terrain isn't bothering them nearly as much as it's bothering everyone else. Get Blue over into position. Keep them rather spread out. Arthur's going to have trouble moving through here, too. Alright. And we know where Gunts is going to go right away. Look out! Oh, wow. Yeah, go ahead. Bolt the shit out of Domingo for all I care. Nothing a level 3 heal can't handle. Yes, gang up on my lure. Do. Max, you're killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Kill him. And now Bolt is at maximum. No joke. Bolt 2 is broken as fuck. That's the thing. Bolt 2 and 3 are amazing in every Shining game. Hence why, again, I'm more of an Henri fan, because I know I'm going to be getting Bolt. And I know what comes with Bolt. Nothing but good things. Yeah, you bet your ass I'm going to see if we can get Blue to end this. Strangely enough, the Master Mage is probably more dangerous. Because he's got Freeze level 3. And Xylo should get a turn to possibly reach the one who needs to be reached here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, just go after Guns. He don't mind. I think he put a scratch in my armor. So the goal would be to go after the Bow Rider, but if we can't one-shot the Bow Rider, we gotta go for the Priest. But we'll see what happens. We may not even have to worry about it to that degree. Anyway. Yeah, see, now the terrain's affecting Xylo. And the AI is too dumb to use magic against him. Which is their problem, not mine. I'll never understand that AI's decision to do it that way. But let's get rid of the Belial. I guess because since the mage is just going to whack away, the Belial has the movement that is more dangerous. But, of course, we missed, so that doesn't help. Lyle's kind of blocking the way in because he can't move for shit. We're gonna have to bring Domingo back. Pull Domingo back to get some delicious healing. It's very clear he's gonna need. He'll kill it. Let's do it. Nice. His guns go after a different one. Wondering if he has the lance. I think he has the spear on. I think I just realized that. So they're going, I thought he did more damage than that, and he might actually. He does do more damage than that. I have the wrong goddamn weapon on him. Never a break. Again, we're going to see if we can end this. Nice, nice. Oh, 10. Did he just gain 10 HP? Oh, wow. That didn't end the fight. I thought it did. Alright, well, he'll keep working on whatever's down there. Because maybe it's the priest. Which, like I said, we kill him like the rest. So we'll actually probably go after the priest next, because I don't care much for the golem. He's not going to do a lot of damage. The priest could heal, and that can just screw everything up. So going for the priest first is going to be pretty much our objective here. Keep forgetting to change his goddamn weapon. Screw it. Just get it done. And that's what I was worried about, not killing that priest in one go. So unless he skips his own healing, we might have to fight this all the way through. Unless he gets a crit. Again, we're at the mercy of the game, though. Let's see, I think he's going to use heal 4, so he's going to burn through all of his 8 MP soon anyway. In a couple of rounds. So there's at least a few rounds left. I don't know, we'll see. If only I equipped the right weapon. We'll just send Guns south. We can let Xylo take care of him, because he's getting into the woodland area where Xylo can catch up. We can burn that MP. Oh, and there's a crit. I guess we do have to kill them all. Like, I don't remember it being like that. Yeah, not a problem. Blue can start after he kills his golem, can move his way to the right. Work on those mages. And that's what I'm talking about. Alright, come on, blue. Not much to say, I'm sorry. It's just these battles in the woods are the worst. In this dense terrain, they're just the absolute worst thing ever. With how long they take. Get some! There we go. Little bastard. He should be able to one-shot them. Yeah, there we go. Defense went up by 7. So insane. We'll just... Unless we're moving blue or Gunts, we're just gonna wait. Or even Domingo. He might get up there. It's just short. But it's guaranteed damage, so... Kinda like how he just goes after Domingo. Boom! Sheila is said to possess a sword of light. You must enter her castle and get it. With that legendary weapon, you stand a much better chance against Dark Soul. Alright, let's move. Well, here's the little hero coming for my sword of light. Take it if you dare. You'll never leave my castle, you pitiful fools. This is as close as you'll ever come to the sword of light. Max, take great care. Mishila is a powerful wizardess. A dangerous foe. Is that actually a thing? Wizardess? Isn't it usually sorcerer and sorceress? Wizard? Wizards I thought were not... Okay, never mind. Anywho, this is one of those battles where you want to loot all chests. Which means we're going to have to do some wandering around and whatnot. But this battle, after this battle ends, so does the chapter. So making sure that you loot everything is going to be a big deal here. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackdarStudios for more live gaming action. As well, because we do tabletop games, board games, and whatnot on that channel. And all kinds of fun blind plays with Hobo Headcrab where you get to actually see us in person do it. Like, we show up in the bottom left corner and we make terrible jokes about the games we're playing. All kinds of fun stuff. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.